No one was ready for what happened this week. Cardi B, yes, the Cardi B popped up in the New York subway, but not to ride the train. Oh no. The rap superstar was spotted selling CDs of her latest album, I Am the Drama, for just $9.99. Cameras caught the moment, and now the internet can't stop buzzing. Wait until you see the clip we're about to show you. It'll leave you questioning everything.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. I'm out here trying to sell these CDs. I'm trying to change my life around. I used to be a professional ballerina, but trying to make a better example for my kids. If you could please buy my new album, Am I the Drama? Am I the Drama? $9.99. You get these vinyls, about $20, $30. You know what I'm saying? Please support about the three. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Please support Mother of Tree, September 19th. Am I the Drama? Oh my God. I can't. Get me out of here.
But before we roll the footage, make sure you stay tuned until the end, because what Cardi admitted inside that train will shock you even more than the CD hustle itself. This isn't just about music. This is about her home, her kids, and maybe her future in hip-hop. So stick around, wait, and watch the clip to see what is going on, because trust me, you don't want to miss this. Now, here's the setup. Cardi steps onto a packed train, dressed down but still glowing with that star presence. She's carrying a box of her own CDs, real physical discs, and announces, $9.99, get it right here. 7 more days until I find out if I'm going to lose my home. The passengers? Stunned. Some laughed, some pulled out phones, and some actually reached for their wallets. Cardi goes on to explain that buying her album could help save her house. She even pleaded, please, buy my album I Am the Drama so my kids can go to school. This is the moment that sent the internet into a frenzy. Was this a genuine cry for financial help, or a publicity stunt to drive album sales? And here's where things get even wilder. As Cardi's standing there, trying to win over commuters, a mouse darts across the subway floor. Cardi's reaction? Priceless. She screams, jumps back, and bolts out of the train, leaving fans in both laughter and shock. One fan shouted, "Cardi, come back, I'll buy it." But by then, she was gone. The clip went viral within minutes. On TikTok alone, it racked up over 1 million views in less than 2 hours. Fans were divided. Some said Cardi was just trolling for attention, while others feared this was proof she's under real financial stress. After all, she mentioned her home and her kids in the same breath. Let's pause here, because this is where we ask, why would one of the biggest female rappers in the game, a Grammy winner and a global superstar, be selling CDs on a subway for $9.99? Is this performance art? Is it PR genius? Or is it desperation? And if this really is about money, then how did Cardi B, who flaunts diamonds, luxury cars, and designer clothes, get to this point? The math just doesn't add up. Unless, of course, it's all part of the drama. After all, her album is literally titled, I Am the Drama. Insiders close to Cardi claim this wasn't spontaneous. One source told us, Cardi's team planned this for weeks. It's about making her look raw, real, and connected to the people. But she took it further with that line about losing her home. And that wasn't in the script. If true, this changes everything. But whether staged or not, Cardi got exactly what she wanted. Attention. The album, the headlines, the conversation, it's all about her. And love her or hate her, one thing is clear. Cardi B knows how to keep herself trending. The reactions to Cardi B's subway stunt came pouring in faster than the train she jumped on. On Twitter, one fan wrote, "This is either the funniest PR I've ever seen or the saddest thing. Cardi B went from the Grammys to selling CDs on a subway? Damn." Another chimed in, "This is why I love her. She's unpredictable. Who else would do this?" The divide between concern and admiration was crystal clear. But here's the real twist. Not everyone believed it was a stunt. Some fans genuinely thought Cardi was in trouble. After all, she said the words, 7 more days until I find out if I'm going to lose my home. That's not the kind of phrase you throw out lightly. People immediately started speculating. Was she behind on bills? Was there trouble with taxes? Or was this just another dramatic performance tied to her album rollout? And it wasn't just the fans talking. Industry insiders weighed in too. A well-known blogger posted, "If Billboard and streaming numbers aren't adding up the way she wants, Cardi might be going old school, hand-to-hand, CD to CD. Respect the hustle, but this screams desperation." Another insider clapped back saying, "Desperation? Please, this is marketing genius. Cardi's team knows exactly what they're doing." But fans couldn't shake one part of the story: the mouse. Yes, the mouse. Cardi's dramatic reaction to seeing it scurry across the floor instantly became a meme. Within hours, edits flooded TikTok. Clips of Cardi running from the train paired with captions like, "When rent is due," or "When the Wi-Fi goes out." Some fans joked that the mouse was a plant, part of the performance itself. Can you imagine? And just when fans thought they had seen it all, Cardi doubled down. Later that evening, she hopped on IG Live, laughing about the whole incident. She told fans, "Y'all really thought I was playing. Nah, this is real life. I told y'all, buy my album so my kids can go to school. It's serious out here." Her tone? A mix of playful trolling and sharp seriousness. Nobody knew what to believe anymore. Then came the Offset factor. Within hours of the video going viral, Offset posted a cryptic story. From private jets to public trains, SMH. Fans immediately speculated he was shading Cardi. Some defended him, saying he was just being petty. Others blasted him, accusing him of kicking his ex-wife while she was down. And then came the big question. Why does Offset always find a way into Cardi's drama, even when it's about her music? Cardi's fans, known for their loyalty, didn't take kindly to Offset's comment. Replies flooded in. Jealousy at its finest. Another said, "She's hustling. Where's your hustle?" The back and forth only added more fuel to the fire. And while Cardi didn't address Offset directly, fans believed her message about not letting anyone downplay her hustle on IG was aimed straight at him. Meanwhile, sales for I Am the Drama actually surged after the subway stunt. Amazon reported a spike in CD orders, and fans shared photos of themselves purchasing physical copies in support. Whether intentional or not, Cardi's plea worked. The narrative of a superstar fighting to save her home tugged at heartstrings and wallets. But here's the dark side. Critics accused Cardi of exploiting her own personal struggles, or fabricating them, for clout. One commentator put it bluntly, "If this is real, it's sad. If it's fake, it's manipulative." Either way, Cardi knows how to play the game, but at what cost? That's the line fans kept circling back to. Is she hustling, or is she hustling the fans? At the end of the day, Cardi left people talking. And maybe that's the point. But what if this is more than a PR stunt? What if this is a reflection of something deeper? Financial stress, industry pressure, or even the burden of staying on top in a game that eats artists alive? The subway scene wasn't just about $9.99 CDs. It was about survival, reputation, and keeping her name in the spotlight, no matter what. Now let's pause for a second and really think about this. Cardi B selling CDs on a subway for $9.99. It might sound wild, but if you've been following Cardi for years, you'll know. This isn't the first time she's pulled a stunt that left the entire internet buzzing. From the strip club days to reality TV, to breaking into the rap industry with raw authenticity, Cardi has always been a master of shock value. This subway incident, it fits perfectly into her playbook. Think back to 2019 when she admitted to robbing men during her stripper days. It wasn't a PR-crafted confession, it was Cardi being Cardi, raw and unfiltered. The backlash was heavy, but guess what? It only made her bigger. People called her problematic, but they couldn't look away. And now, years later, she's back in the headlines, only this time she's framing herself as both the underdog and the drama queen. Insiders have long whispered that Cardi thrives in chaos. A music executive once told Rolling Stone, Cardi knows that controversy sells. She doesn't avoid it, she runs into it. This latest subway performance is proof. Whether it's trolling, desperation, or genius marketing, one thing is clear: Cardi refuses to play it safe. But here's where things get interesting. Fans are noticing a pattern. Every time Cardi faces career pressure, she finds a way to shift the spotlight back to herself. Low streaming numbers? Start a Twitter feud. Album delays? Go live with a wild rant. Relationship drama? Post cryptic messages to get Offset's name trending again? And now, album promotion? Sell CDs in a subway and claim she might lose her home. It's chaos, but it's calculated chaos. And let's not forget, Cardi's rivals are watching closely. Nicki Minaj's fan base, the Barbz, wasted no time mocking Cardi's subway hustle. One viral tweet read, "Nicki performing at arenas, Cardi performing for rats." Harsh, but it captured the rivalry perfectly. The comparison between superstar polish and Cardi's street-level grind only fueled the debate. Is Cardi staying real, or is she falling off? Meanwhile, Cardi's supporters clapped back hard. They reminded everyone that Cardi has always represented the people, the working class, the underdogs. To them, selling CDs wasn't embarrassing. It was inspiring. She's touching the streets, not hiding behind fake streams. One fan posted. Another said, "This is why she's different from Nicki. Cardi will never be too big for the people." But behind the scenes, whispers about Cardi's finances have started to spread. Rumors of expensive lawsuits, tax issues, and overspending have floated around for years. Some insiders claim she's been reckless with money, while others argue she's exaggerating the struggle to push album sales. The truth? Nobody knows for sure. But Cardi's own words about losing her home left fans unsettled. And if you think the subway scene was shocking, sources say Cardi has even more stunts planned for her rollout. An insider teased, "That was just the beginning. She has something bigger planned for the album drop. She wants people talking non-stop." What could that mean? A bigger performance? A viral moment? Or something even riskier? This isn't just about music anymore. Cardi is playing a dangerous balancing act between authenticity and spectacle, between financial struggles and millionaire status, between being loved as the people's champ and criticized as the queen of clout. Every move she makes is scrutinized, every word analyzed, and the subway CD stunt might just be her boldest move yet, or her most desperate cry for help. So the real question is, where does this leave Cardi now? Has she secured her place as the fearless hustler who'll do anything for her craft? Or has she exposed cracks in her empire that the world wasn't supposed to see? Either way, this story is far from over. And as Cardi herself said, "I am the drama." But just how much drama can one superstar handle before it all comes crashing down? The moment clips of Cardi selling her CDs inside that subway hit the internet, mainstream media pounced. Headlines exploded across gossip blogs, hip-hop outlets, and even financial news sites. TMZ wrote, "From Billboard to the Bronx, Cardi takes album sales underground." The Shade Room reposted the clip with the caption, "Would you buy a $9.99 CD from Cardi on the train?" And within minutes, the comment section became a war zone. Some fans applauded the grind, saying it reminded them of the old-school hustle days, when rappers literally sold mixtapes out of their trunks. Others, though, weren't buying it. "You mean to tell me Cardi went from Grammy winner to panhandling CDs on the subway?" One viral tweet read. The divide was clear. For some, Cardi was keeping it real. For others, she was exposing how far she had fallen. But it didn't stop there. Celebrities chimed in too. Rapper Meek Mill took to Twitter, hinting at respect. "Nothing wrong with going back to the streets that made you. Salute." Meanwhile, one of Cardi's rumored rivals threw subtle shade. Without naming names, Doja Cat posted a cryptic Instagram story that read, "Some people love attention more than art." Fans immediately connected the dots, accusing Doja of dissing Cardi's subway spectacle. Even industry insiders began questioning what this meant for her future. One anonymous record executive told Billboard, "This kind of PR might sell short-term, but long-term it creates instability." If fans start thinking you're broke or desperate, it damages the brand. That comment hit hard because for Cardi, her brand has always been bigger than just music. It's about luxury, drama, and authenticity all rolled into one. Politicians and activists even got involved. Believe it or not, a Bronx City Council member tweeted, "We need more artists giving back to the community like Cardi. The subway is the people's stage." But just hours later, critics fired back. Giving back? She's not donating CDs, she's charging $9.99 and asking fans to save her mansion. The debate turned political. Was Cardi hustling for survival or exploiting fans with a sob story? And let's not forget, the subway itself played a role in shaping the drama. In the viral clip, when Cardi screamed after spotting that mouse, it became a meme within hours. TikTok was flooded with remixes, edits, and parody skits. One user joked, "That mouse bought 3 copies before running off." Another video staged a fake rat, giving Cardi a receipt. It was hilarious, but it also meant that the internet wasn't talking about her music. They were talking about her antics. Meanwhile, Billboard was watching closely. And fans haven't forgotten how Billboard stripped Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 of nearly 100,000 sales due to controversial bundling practices. Now the question is floating everywhere. Will Billboard come down hard on Cardi too? If they see her subway promotion as a violation, her "I am the drama" numbers could take a devastating hit. Rival fan bases were quick to highlight this. The Barbz, Nicki Minaj's fan army, flooded social media with side-by-side comparisons. Nicki penalized, Cardi praised. If they punished Nicki for bundling, Cardi better get the same treatment. One post read. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't just about Cardi. It was about fairness, double standards, and industry politics. Cardi herself, though, doesn't seem fazed. After the clip went viral, she hopped on Instagram Live once again, laughing through the chaos. "Y'all can say what y'all want, at least I'm out here grinding. At least I ain't scared to look crazy for my fans." For Cardi, the backlash only fueled the fire. She doubled down, framing herself as fearless, even if the world saw her as desperate. But here's the twist. Behind all the memes, the arguments, and the media frenzy, there's a darker question that nobody wants to ask. What if Cardi isn't exaggerating? What if she really is on the edge of losing her empire? Because if that's true, then this subway stunt isn't just entertainment, it's survival. And if Cardi is in survival mode, then the next chapter of this story is going to be even more explosive. As the dust settles from Cardi's subway stunt, one thing is clear. The world can't stop watching. Every platform, from TikTok to CNN, is dissecting her every move. But while the jokes and memes keep piling up, deep down fans are asking, is this all just a publicity stunt or a genuine cry for help? The lines are blurred, and that's exactly why the world is hooked. But here's the cliffhanger. Nobody saw coming. Billboard is rumored to be reviewing Cardi's subway sales strategy. Insiders whisper that officials are debating whether handing out CDs directly on trains counts as organic sales, or if it could be flagged as bundling through promotion. If Billboard rules against her, those numbers could vanish overnight. Imagine Cardi climbing the charts, only to be snatched back down. That's the kind of twist that could rewrite this entire saga. Meanwhile, rival fan bases aren't letting this slide. The Barbz are still pushing the narrative that Nicki Minaj was punished unfairly in 2023 for her Pink Friday 2 campaign, so why shouldn't Cardi face the same? They're flooding social media with side-by-sides of the two cases, demanding equal treatment. And you better believe Cardi sees this. That tension between her and Nicki might not be center stage right now, but it's bubbling under the surface, ready to explode. But beyond rivalries and industry politics, there's something more human here. Cardi standing on that subway platform, holding up her CD for $9.99, pleading with fans to help her keep her home. That image won't fade easily. To some, it's embarrassing. To others, it's inspiring. Love her or hate her, Cardi knows how to put herself at the center of the conversation. And that's why this move, desperate or genius, might just work. The memes and skits haven't slowed down either. That clip of Cardi shrieking at the subway mouse has officially gone global, appearing on news broadcasts in Europe, Asia, and Africa. Social media analysts say the mouse moment may have done more for Cardi's visibility than any single promo interview she's done this year. But again, visibility doesn't always equal credibility. And if Cardi can't flip this moment into album sales, then all she'll be left with is viral chaos. At the heart of all this lies Cardi's children. Over and over, she said, "I'm doing this for my kids." Whether fans believe her or not, that emotional anchor hits hard. She's not just selling a CD, she's framing it as selling a chance to secure her kids' education, their future, their stability. That's the kind of plea that digs under people's skin, leaving them torn between skepticism and sympathy. Industry experts, though, remain divided. Some call this a masterclass in guerrilla marketing, saying Cardi is cutting through a crowded music landscape by returning to the streets. Others argue it's the beginning of the end, a superstar crumbling before our eyes. But one thing no one can deny? Cardi has people talking. In fact, some analysts predict I Am the Drama could still debut strong, if only because curiosity will push streams and purchases through the roof. And here's where the true drama lies. What happens if Cardi pulls it off? What happens if, after all the subway chaos, the screaming at mice, the pleas to fans, and the nonstop memes, her album still climbs to #1? Would that make her the underdog who defied the odds, or the master manipulator who played the industry like a fiddle? But on the flip side, if she fails, if I Am the Drama falls short of expectations, then this subway hustle will go down as one of the most infamous stunts in music history. The jokes won't just fade, they'll define her. The question of whether Cardi is truly the drama will be answered in the most brutal way possible. So here we are. 7 days left until Cardi finds out her